A struggle with addiction, a vicious eating disorder, and a jealous lover. Sandra Dee and Bobby Darin fell deeply in love, but the marriage didn't last. Here's what led up to their devastating split. Sandra Dee and Bobby Darin were both stars in their own right. They are remembered not just for their artistry in acting and music, but for their sudden and dramatic Hollywood romance. Prior to their meeting in 1960, both Dee and Darin experienced personal tragedy. That trauma, so early in life, shaped the trajectory of their relationship and eventually led to its downfall. Sandra Dee was born on April 23, 1942 in New Jersey. Her mother, Mary, divorced her husband when Dee was an infant. She then spent an inordinate amount of time and energy on her daughter, including pushing her into a modeling career when Dee was 8, according to Vanity Fair.
Hi, I'm Sandra Dee.
Mary reportedly spoon-fed the child until she was 6, an unusual practice that Dee said planted the seeds for her lifelong struggle with anorexia. Dee also accused Mary's second husband, Eugene Duvand, of a pattern of sexual assault that began when she was 5 years old. After his death in 1958, Dee made the jump to Hollywood, and by 17, had 2 hit films under her belt, Gidget and A Summer Place, according to Biography. Those films cemented her place as the sun-kissed teen idol who outwardly embodied good-natured youth. Meanwhile, Bobby Darin, a dashing singer with a string of hits including Mac the Knife, was born on May 14, 1936, in New York City. Like Dee, he also had a traumatic childhood. He had 4 bouts of rheumatic fever that damaged his heart. He would later learn as an adult that the woman he believed was his mother was actually his grandmother. His actual mother, who he grew up believing was his older sister, had given birth to him out of wedlock, and the family hid the truth from Darin for years, according to Vanity Fair. The two met on the set of a film in Italy in the summer of 1960, but it wasn't love at first sight, at least not for Dee. Darin would later quip, "She hated me and I loved her." According to Bobby Darin, A Life, Darin was brash and cocky, while Dee was still largely under her domineering stage mother's thumb. Darin managed to convince her mother that he was decent, and the woman urged Dee to be friendly to the singer. With her mother's permission, he and Dee started spending more time together. Following a whirlwind romance, after just 2 months, the co-stars knew they wanted to marry each other.
Everything is just perfect.
Darin's manager, Steve Blauner, who was in Italy during the couple's romance, said they were on completely different wavelengths. Everything about them was totally opposite. Yet the two married that December. Dee was only 18, Darin 24. Their son, Dodd Darin, told Closer Weekly, their story, it looked glamorous. It looked perfect from the outside, but it was far from it. Sandra Dee and Bobby Darin's relationship at first appeared to be the exception in Hollywood, where marriages often didn't last under the pressures of stardom and media scrutiny. Dee told her son Dodd, "I do remember my thoughts that first morning when I woke up in bed with my husband. I thought I had never felt so safe in my life as I felt with Bobby.
I just wanted this."
But that soon changed. Dee's film career took a back seat to Darin's musical aspirations. She spent much of her time in Las Vegas, where Darin often performed and began drinking and gambling out of boredom. Later, after their son Dodd was born, Dee became addicted to the amphetamines her doctor prescribed her, according to the Daily Mail. Darin, believing his wife was having an affair with one of her co-stars, broke it off, but the two soon reconciled. Even then, Darin was ill-equipped to handle his wife's issues. He was obsessed with becoming a legendary singer, believing he was destined to die young, and was insanely jealous. In 1967, he filed for divorce. He died of a heart attack 6 years later at age 37, according to Vanity Fair. Sue Cameron, a friend of both stars, told Closer Weekly, her baggage was a big factor in their split. Dee, who never remarried, died of complications from kidney disease related to her anorexia in 2005. If you or anyone you know has been a victim of sexual assault, help is available. Visit the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network website or contact RAIN's National Helpline at 1-800-656-HOPE 4673.